If your hair has been stuck in the same length for a very long time and you come across this video, my dear, this is a sign that your hair is about to pick up and start doing well. I never believed I could grow long, thick, and healthy hair until I started using Ayurvedic herbs, and I incorporate it in all of my hair care products, right from my hairspray, hair oil, hair butter, and hair grease. They have been extremely helpful, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you how I use Vaseline and Moringa to make a hair growth DIY. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to like, share with someone, drop a comment for me, and also subscribe to my channel for more hair growth tips and hair growth DIYs. To start with, for this DIY you need to get a clean and a dried bowl, and the first ingredient is going to be Vaseline. I have explained how good Vaseline is to our natural hair in one of my videos. I also explained that Vaseline does not clog your pores because that is what a lot of people say. A lot of people will tell you that Vaseline will clog your pores, especially if you use it on your scalp. But I've used it several times. I've used it to make different DIYs and I've uploaded some here on my channel. It does not clog your pores. It is very, very good for your hair. It prevents the hair from dryness and excessive breakage. It is also a good moisturizer for your scalp. I have been using it and I can tell you that it is very, very good. It has been helpful. I scooped out the amount I want for this DIY. I transferred into my bowl. The next thing I'm going to add is oil. You can add any oil of your choice. You can also decide not to add oil if you don't want to. I prefer to add oil, especially if I'm using my grease, even shea butter. If I'm using any of these things at all on my hair, I prefer to add oil to make it light. That is how I prefer to use mine. But if you are the type that love thick grease on your hair and your scalp, then feel free to skip this part. As for the oil, you can use any oil that is okay for you. For me, I'm using my rosemary and cloves hair growth oil. I infuse them in olive oil. I've already uploaded the video on my channel. If you have not seen it, I'll put it in the description box below. Next ingredient is moringa powder. If you don't have moringa powder, you can also use moringa oil. It could be a DIY moringa oil you made yourself. You can also use the fresh one, as in the moringa leaf. Just make it into moringa oil and then use the oil with your Vaseline. It works well also. My ingredients are ready. They are put together. I have in there moringa, any oil of my choice, and the amount of Vaseline that I want. As for the Vaseline, I'm using about 1 tablespoon of Vaseline, and for the moringa I use about 1 tablespoon and 1 teaspoon of moringa powder. Next, I'm going to transfer this into a bowl of hot water to melt the Vaseline so the ingredients would mix together very well. I prefer to use this method to melt it because it helps me to get the best out of the ingredients. I mean, all the nutrients will still be intact. I'll leave the container in the bowl of hot water and keep stirring from time to time until the Vaseline melts completely. At this time, you can also add your essential oil if you want to add any one. I always add essential oils to mine, especially if I'm using it on my scalp and my edges. I prefer to add essential oils because they help to take care of my scalp, my edges. In fact, they help to take care of both the scalp and the hair in general. So if you have essential oil, feel free to add it because it makes it more potent. Since I started using essential oil on my hair, I've seen the difference. The difference is so clear. My hair started getting so thick and the breakage reduced extremely. I hardly battle with split end as well. So if you have essential oil, add it. It is very, very good. As you can see, it is dissolving gradually. If you don't want a thicker consistency, add more oil. If you want a thick consistency, then avoid adding oil. Everything is melting gradually and the water is getting cold, but I can still see some Vaseline around that has not completely melted. I'm just going to change the water and continue the process. Everything has dissolved completely. Now let me introduce you to all the essential oils I'll be using. I know a lot of people don't like to see this part because they'll say this is not just Vaseline and Moringa. Why did you say it's just Vaseline and Moringa? You're adding other oils to it. This is completely optional. That is why I did not list it out. They are completely optional. If you don't have them, skip it. And if you have, you don't want to use, skip it as well. But if you have and you feel like using it, add it to it. But as for me, I would advise you add if you have, because they make your DIY more potent and they smell so great as well. So you have a lot to benefit from adding essential oil to your DIYs. So right now I'm adding lavender essential oil. I'm going to be listing all the ingredients in the description below, so be sure to check it out. Next, I'm going to be adding tea tree essential oil. I'm just adding few drops of each of the essential oil, and this is rose essential oil. I'll add at least 10 drops of each of the essential oil. But if you are adding yours, make sure you work with what your scalp and your hair can tolerate. Next, I have mint essential oil and green tea essential oil to add to the mixture. If you are battling with dandruff, you have bald spot, like your edges are still very hard to grow back, they are struggling, and you've avoid making tight hairstyle, this DIY is something that you should try. If you are battling with split end as well, the ends of your hair will always split no matter how much you trim. Some people, after trimming and they install protective style, even if it is just 2 weeks and they take down their protective style, you see the ends of their hair looking so bad and dead already. This DIY is something that you should give a try. This Vaseline works like magic. I'm telling you from experience. If you have tried this before and it worked for you, please let me know in the comment section. And if you are going to try it, also let me know in the comment section. Don't forget to save this video for later, so that after trying it, you might want to come back and tell us your experience, so that other people that watch this video will learn from your experience. Next, I'm going to be transferring into a container, and you should use an airtight container to prevent your DIYs from going bad easily, because if you expose it, it will go bad in a very short period of time. And also make sure that the container is clean and free from water, because you don't need water in this DIY. This is what it looks like after transferring it into my container. As you can see, it is already solidifying. This is one thing about Vaseline, it solidifies very fast. So if you are working with it, make sure you are very fast with it and always have warm water around you. So before you transfer to the next container, you have to melt it if it starts solidifying. You can just put this in the fridge to solidify before you use it, or just leave it around until it solidifies. You can also use it this way. It must not solidify before you use it. To get the best result from this, you hydrate your hair with any leave-in spray of your choice, and then you massage this into your scalp, your edges, and your hair. You can use this up to 3 times in a week. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. If you have any question, feel free to ask in the comments below. Don't forget to share this video with someone and subscribe for more. Bye.